Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Independent Thinking Series 23, 23rd edition. All right, let me get set up. Boom, 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 boom. Surprise, surprise. Wasteland culture, Fallout 4 done got. I done beat the game, y'all. I done beat the game. I chose the railroad route. Okay. Said something about the moderators. Okay. Everybody knows they do this type of content, but I stream every once in a while. They want you to stream, but if you have moderators and shit like that, yeah, you can manage words that they block and shit like that. So it's pretty much it. Yeah, because it is what it is. But yeah, the wasteland culture is here. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how we get down. But mainly, I beat the game. I beat the game. What was it? During the Super Bowl night, I chose the railroad route. I thought I was going to choose the Minuteman route. I said, but I forgot about that mission with Virgil and the edge of the Commonwealth on this map on Fallout 4. And I realized that story because once you try to cure him, right, that's that mission. You have to build that thing no matter what capacitor you give the information, like three factions, Minuteman or Brotherhood of Steel. And what's the other one? The Railroad. I gave the Railroad first. If you don't give it to the Railroad, they cut you off. Should have known that. Should have known that because that's the turning point of the game. But that's just a little sidebar. We're gonna be talking about something else. Talking about this massacre we about to do, Saint Valentine's Day, this shit holiday massacre. So it's like I've beaten this game already, but there's more repetitive side quests for the railroad. Kind of cool. This is a good game, and I'm gonna create another one. I just for the Minuteman. I realized that if I want to do the Minuteman, I have to do a different build. This relies on being a scavenger too. But the trick with the Minuteman, it's kind of daunting. But I got to look at some videos which path I'll choose. I'm thinking about doing the Brotherhood instead of the Minuteman because the Minuteman it takes time. That's the one I will try to do, but I might put that on the rain check because I done did all their quests. But if you give them the information with the what you call it about the Institute, that's it. But the Institute, I kind of like them versus the Brotherhood of Steel. It makes you want to kill all the factions off. I'm just saying, you have a lot of synthetic humans ruling the Commonwealth. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, wasteland culture, we here, but you know how it is. I know people the hate is gonna hate, but independent thinking says, yeah, let's talk about this fad, this so-called bullshit holiday, what they call Valentine's Day, right? The most sorriest holiday of all time. The Cardinals are reportedly naming Eagles defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon as their next head coach. They always do some weird shit. See, this is why I don't like after when someone loses a Super Bowl or win, they go to the winning team or lose team and then they fuck up. This is why I don't trust NFL sports. I mean football, in sports. It's really something that you wanna get to know and understand, but it's pretty fucking ridiculous at this point, you know what I mean? Because I'm not really tripping off of it. Shouts out to Absalom, man. Man, he be going in. Yeah, they call him Angry Bird. I call him the Enigma. He ain't shit. Fuck that nigga. Crying like a little bitch. But my man World Class destroyed his ass out of Baltimore, man. He crushed that nigga, man. It's just like I said, anytime you fuck with fuck niggas like that, and a lot of people on the internet, they just hold you back. They fuck up your content and they just be illiterate as hell. And they get destroyed in the debate. But he said the conscious community, he says big. Yeah, it's big, but you got a lot of them divided. Them niggas is dumb too. If I was him, I'd lead the conscious community, man. I left that shit alone in I would say 2014. I was debating them destroying them back in 2012. See, I've been on this shit for years. A lot of people just trying to laugh and try to say this nigga ain't did no content. I did some content before the algorithm was a thing. or should we say CIA algorithm was a thing, ruining everybody's content as usual. But we're back at it. We're back at it again. Thursday. I mean, independent thinking series is getting away from talking points, pathetic ass relationship advices, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because you're really not into it all day. Oh, he live right now. Well, it's a premiere. Okay, okay, it's a premiere. But he don't be addressing people like that. Yeah, I used to live stream a lot too. This disruptive agent, they say. Man, y'all need to stop watching these bitch ass niggas. But that's who y'all like. Y'all like who y'all like, and I respect that. You know, that's what's wrong with y'all now. On Black History Month, Hogwarts. Okay, my man. I had to put him on there. I ain't gonna be on here too long. This usually be an hour or 2 hour segment. This is a independent thing, so y'all can feel free, or if you want to talk, I'll leave from the hour mark in hour 15 minutes or more. The real holiday is February 15th when the chocolate isn't 7% off. Blah blah blah. I don't know what she talking about. Ain't nobody watching that. They like the drama, Red. You should know that by now. Niggas gonna be, you know, everybody's on their bullshit. I see, but so-called Black History. I mean, nigga month. We don't support that. They talk about pennies from the dollar. He said Valentine's Day is preparing for men. It's a fad, man. I mean, he's saying that. It's crazy. On this day, on this day, shouts out to Two Raw for TV. I want to read what he said. He said, on this day, what's going on, Alonzo? Salute. In 1966, Wilt Chamberlain, the Philadelphia 76ers passed Bob Pettit, and this is when he went to the Sixers at this time, 20,880 points as the NBA's all-time leading scorer in a victory of 149 to 123 over the Detroit Pistons. Chamberlain had 41 points on 16 to 18 shooting, 23 rebounds, and 13 assists. Yeah, he's a walking triple double back in the day, and broke the scoring record just 6.5 seasons while Bob Pettit played 11 seasons. This is facts, and he held that record from 66 to 1984 when Kareem broke it. And LeBron broke it what? 39 years later of this year. See, these three players I'm gonna mention. Wilt had it for years, but his protege, student, shall I say, formerly known as Lou Alcindor, known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he started hating Kareem then. A lot of people try to say he didn't hate Kareem. No, he was jealous and hated Kareem because Kareem was a finesse player. And what I've noticed in history, Kareem never mentions in it, but he knows that Wilt was jealous of him, and he played there with Wilt and what's his name, Bill Russell, ruled it, and by all those guys. Pop Pettit left later on, but he played with guys like Connie Hawkins. Kareem played with guys like George Gervin, all the greats in the 70s and during the ABA days. Kareem would have been a hell of a player, but he was born in the ABA sense, but the NBA says he fit right in. But he won every championship at every level, high school, collegiate, and pro. He ain't one of my favorites, but he's one of the unique players. If you love proper basketball, him and Tim Duncan, they can teach you how to be a post-up big man properly. Shoot damn good free throws. That's why he had those 30,000 some points, almost 40,000. So no one would have thought LeBron would have got his record. I'm not surprised because the way the league has changed is the way the stat pattern. The reason I read that to y'all is because don't forget Bob Pettit and these white players had these points for years. Wilt changed that and kind of changed the NBA forever. And this is back in the mid '60s, about it now. And this is when after Malcolm's death. This is historic. People forget about that and want folks on LeBron, but LeBron knew Wilt was great back in the day. Have some homework to do. Someone said that in the chat. Yeah, 18 shots. Yeah. Wilt was great. He was naturally an athletic specimen, man. He was an athlete. But that's just what you got, man. and people understanding, and you got LeBron breaking a record, and my Eagles lost the Super Bowl. But shouts out to the Philadelphia Eagles. They had a great hell of a season. Patrick Mahomes, salute to him, beating us, man. Like, hey, we gotta get our defense back, man. We'll be back. We'll be back because they got Jalen Hurts. Jalen's gonna be back. It's gonna take him. It ain't gonna take him. And he said he can't get out of these. Niggas gonna get out of these. Trust me. That niggas gonna get out of these. The East ain't doing so good. Dallas is gonna be trash. The New Jersey Giants may improve, but the Commanders are gonna be garbage. They got Carson Wentz. They ain't going nowhere. Philly's gonna dominate that division for a while. Because once you got Jalen Hurts, you already know that division's over. I'm picking the NFC East all day in the NFC. They said they got to worry about the Vikings and the Bears. You don't know how good the Vikings gonna be. The Vikings are through. They ain't going nowhere. Vikings ain't gonna do nothing. The Packers ain't gonna do nothing. The Bears might improve. You don't know because every time when someone wins a Super Bowl like that, like the Chiefs set a standard. So Patrick Mahomes got his second championship. It wasn't easy. He didn't. Philly could have beat them, but the defense didn't do so well. When I saw the game that night, it's just what it was. And then Two Raw had to say, look, this is the type of shit that, people complain. And some of them could be Brady fans. I'm not Tom Brady fan. I don't care for him. I've always supported Eagles before these losers came. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm from another state, but I always supported that team. I always liked that team. I like the way they played back in the day in the 90s. When I grew up, I remember Ricky Waters. I remember Reggie White, all them guys, wide receivers, you name it. The Eagles has always been my team. Always. When I went to the Titans game, I didn't care for the Titans because they were the Oilers. But you know what I'm saying? But I could tell you stories when I wore those earmuffs, man. Oh, I got stories about them. People used to give me shit about them at the game, but I didn't care. I didn't care then and I didn't care now. But I still love my Eagles. Despite that loss, we had them. We had them. It was a close game. And I said to myself that day, that Sunday, I told y'all it was going to be close. Wasn't going to be no drawn out, blown out game. He said 45,000. I highly doubt that. I don't think he's going to score that much. I'll say 41,000 or 40. That's even breakable. The way the league's now, he's not going to last in the league that long. I think there's a lot of players that can break it. Giannis is dedicated. He's the only one, him and Luka, and there's a few others, and the ones that's coming out of high school in the draft. Now, his son that's going to be some years. Okay. I may see Bryce may break it. They got to be dedicated, but I highly doubt LeBron's not that dude, man. He reminds me so much of Wilt. He's done it and it kept on, but eventually it's going to be broken. He's not going to hold that record that long because right now he's playing, but if he starts declining, it's over. Somebody's going to break it, and it's over. He don't want to give that up, but eventually he will. He'll be number 2. Then eventually somebody's going to break his again, and he'll be on the bottom. At that time, it's a different era. So yeah, records are meant to be broken. But a lot of people say he cheated his way to do it. I won't be surprised. Who cares? Most fans don't care if he takes steroids or not. That's just how I look at LeBron James. But you got to understand something. This world is changing. The war's here, and the politics is coming, and you got to do what you got to do, right? So as we see fit, world's in a better place as it is now. But even though it's getting worse by certain nations, they're in their own little worlds. But our world, the people, God's people, are going to be in a better place real soon. We just got to pray and live righteously, live right, and then try to get along as much as we can because time is short for this kingdom or whatever kingdom is going to come. I preach it every now and then, and sometimes I slip that in there in my conversations, and we understand, right? Well, nobody does panels anymore, they say. That's cool, but then you got some people that do. It takes away the content, they say. Not necessarily. It depends on who you are. It helps, and then it don't help. People complain about that. That's because y'all did it since 2015, and prior that doesn't mean people haven't done it. Some people are better than you in subject matter. See, I used to did that 2 years ago and it worked, and then there were certain fallouts behind the scenes or whatever. That was it for certain individuals. We'll be cordial, but we'll never cross paths. You know what I'm saying? We just don't really look at it like that, right? That's how I look at it. But when you see the world is coming, yeah, LeBron is he's up there. So we just talking about sports and we talk about balance of what's going on. And then why I thought Wilt was so great and I used to read, he had that for years until Kareem broke it and pissed him off. It was competition. Jordan tried to do the same thing and he surpassed Wilt Chamberlain, which I'm not surprised. Michael Jordan is a great player. He was the third leading scorer of the NBA for years. Now it's Kobe Bryant now and then Jordan number 4. You know what I'm saying? Great players. Passing Michael Jordan is no joke. I don't know who that player is gonna be. They say he ain't gonna pass LeBron James. Shit, there's somebody out there will break it, and no one cares. Everybody's in a dreamland in the NBA. That's how the world works. But anybody can say LeBron get 45. I just don't see that. Only way he's gonna do that if he scores a lot of points that year. He's not gonna drop 50 every game. He's just not gonna do that because he's at that age. He's declining now. The only reason he's stat padding, he can't win the playoffs. He will never get another championship because on the tail end of his career, he's not going to be somebody you will want. But you have to understand what's going on in the world. But I understand that most people are going to get caught up on the drama and things like that. But speaking of drama, I know everybody was at that pineapple show. That girl goes both ways. Her name was Dara or something, Dara, whatever her name is. That bitch probably hate Melly right now. She probably hate Melly right now. It's so much bullshit, but you know how it is. People love the trans and all them boo boos. But you got to see for what it is, man. I mean, the world's changing as we see fit. But right at the moments that what we're seeing right now, it's just I see a lot of things going on in 2024. 2024 is going to be a hell of a year. Just enjoy the shit, enjoy it now, and just people gonna prosper and not. It depends on who you are. But I think this year's somewhat of a wash because I think some people are just caught up in their own mindset. Now I will drop a recording tomorrow. It's at normal time 8:15 continuation in Indus Valley, but I'm gonna go to a different direction on the history and talk about some of the content I did pre-record and explain what I mean by those historical references. And then we did live streams. We're gonna talk about all that on that playlist in Dark History, and we just get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not tripping over here on that. We're not tripping over there on that. So when you see people talking about it, it's just what it is. Damn, I'm dropping. Guess they hate my ass, but that's a good thing. I don't get two shits anyway. That happens. See, that's just trolls. I had trolls follow me the whole time. But that goes to show you I give two shits. Trolls are gonna be trolls. And I get new people coming in every day on my shit too. But it takes a minute. It takes a minute. People leave you and they don't. They just get tired of you for a minute and they just here's what it is. But again, people just get upset and they make sure everything is good. But like I said, man, been doing this for a long time. See how content is going, but when you start doing pre-records, it's actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Pre-records, it's the way. But that's how you got to look at it from my perspective, seeing what's going on. But I paused for a minute. Sorry about that. But like I said, wasteland culture. We here. I'm just acting a fool with this gun with the vault boy. I'm going crazy. Only thing difference out, I ain't got the character with the pip boy. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm on my BS right now. But yeah, yeah. But when you got guys like the Enigma talking shit and world class handling like a gentleman, and he just crushed him. He just crushed him. He crushed that dude in half, bro. He don't even care about dude like that. But he's in a whole nother community. And these guys think they can handle niggas like that. They just can't do that. They can't do that. They can't do that. They said, what about the mama jamma? No, 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 no. They knock his ass out. Don't. We hold him in back. History 18. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And we got $200. Let me see something real quick. $200. Voila. Let me start acting crazy. This nigga acting crazy over here with that microphone. That fucking nugget. We ate that nugget. Oh shit! I got 7 likes on that part. Okay, that's growing. See, I know how to do that. That's gonna get up more views. First part. That first part's gonna get views. Whoever's gonna watch it's gonna watch it. I did that on purpose. I told you I recorded the other day, and it's gonna drop Wednesday, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get our fix on, and that's just it. But Thursday thrills, man, y'all in for a treat. Y'all in for a treat. And I'm just looking at it like that. It's a nice sunny, cold day. Let's just say it like that. But I know people are going to get caught up in thinking that I'm just going over here acting crazy on panels and stuff. I used to do that in 2021, man. That shit was something, but it was bullshit at the same time. Because in 2020, everybody was stuck in the house. Let's just keep it real. Everybody was stuck in the house. They wasn't really doing much. They was just going at each other, and it got tiresome, especially in 2021. But you gotta understand that's how people get into it. Yeah, I'm just looking at it from what it is. But anyways, when you talk about this culture, you just get into it. Everybody's trying to say wasteland culture and all this stuff. That's what I promote. And yeah, uh oh, uh oh, yeah. I can't do that at the same time. I gotta have a stand or some shit, but that's okay. And it's pretty much like I'm just holding it, and you know, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I need a stand or something. I need a stand or a slap board or whatever. It's pretty much I'm just like over here. I'm gonna talk to you guys, and then I'll pull it. Where do I have that little? Yeah, 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 yeah. I need that. I need that because I can function and talk to y'all at the same time. This thing reach from the distance, but yeah, yeah. I'm just I'm gonna get my board up for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Oh, get my boots. Oh, oh. I am Mr. Ubuntu. I am Ntombo in Ubuntu. Mr. Ubuntu. What is like to be an African man? I said, I don't trust that motherfucker. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I got that from Aries Spears. Hold on. I know niggas don't like Aries Spears. They said, fuck that nigga Aries Spears. We don't like that nigga. Y'all don't. Y'all don't like no niggas on here. Especially on the internet. Like, niggas is they clowns in real life, you know. I said, I'm tough. Catch a flight. Next thing you know, someone blow your brains out. You try to catch a flight. These niggas don't want no hands. Hell, people die every day. I told you, people try to say they fight when they do beef. No, they kill. Men kill. Y'all slow like children. I hate when people try to challenge people to a so-called, he ain't gonna fight you. A nigga blow your brains. I watched a stream with World Class. Shouts out to him though. He had a great stream. He was talking about the Enigma, Mal Mannerfuck, and talking about his ass. And what I want to say is, why does niggas think fist fights resolve disputes? I mean, I understand when you're kids and start getting a fist fight. Like I remember this growing up. When I was 3, I started out fighting. Okay, when someone bump into me and I start swinging. He tried swinging back and I bust his ass. I whooped his ass though. Yeah, we got in trouble and shit. Kids getting in fights, like trying to defend himself, whatever. I tried to knock his ass out. Okay, that was my intention. Okay, when you're a teenager or you're in sports fight, that's cool. When you're boys, that's what they do. But once you get older, like a teenager, you're almost half of a child, half of a man, right? Once you get a certain age, fist fights turn physical. Knockout punch, getting his ass beat, destroying a motherfucker, right? Teenagers and kids, I understand they fist fight, but once you get to like in the 20 range, like 21 per se, men kill. Men chop people's heads off, blowing each other's brains out with guns, earth penetrating weapons, right? Why does bitch ass old niggas and people that's younger and above think a fist fight's gonna solve? It ain't gonna solve a motherfucking thing. People been killing each other for years. You know how many times people get their brains blown out down here and they start beefing with people on the internet? This goes before the live streams. They did this. If they knew where you was at, they already got popped. Like, I hate when niggas get on panels and don't know the etiquette. They've been doing that for years. The shit that he's saying, they've been doing that. Where the hell has he been? God, these niggas are so goddamn slow. They so slow on these panels. Like, dude. And I'm glad, what's his name, Miguel, known as World Class. Yeah, these niggas is dumb and slow. You can't talk to stupid niggas. If you say something disrespectful, the guy's gonna blow your brains out. You don't know that nigga. You're a stranger. You're invading his space. Imagine beefing with someone you don't know, and then he comes out with them fists. You gonna pull out the gun? Come on, man. Common sense. You're a nigga. You start shit. Niggas get popped. They respect that still. They're not gonna fist fight. Men fight. Never trust what a man say. He's grass me. According to scripture, he's grass. You can't trust nobody. Because it's going to get to a level when people start arguing, like, okay, I give you an example like Anger Man, right? I know niggas nut riding, right? That nigga's a clown, bro. The wrong person will blow his brains out. And I'm saying this to be nice to you niggas because the ones that be talking all this gorilla shit, you niggas is lame, bro. Nobody's gonna listen to that shit for hours and hours and be disrespectful and over talk each other. He's a black person. No, that's people in general. You got white people, everybody talk over each other, especially if you're from New York. They run their mouths. Down here, they get their heads blown away. That's why they get killed out there in the West Coast. I'm telling you the number one reason why they get murdered. It's their mouth. The number one reason why people don't like up north people and certain ones of our people in the South too, that's talkative. Now I'm from Tennessee. I'm from the Mid South. We don't act like that. We bout hands up still all day long. We throw hands. We do it all. But that arguing over female shit, that is some pussy shit. That is some feminine ass shit. That is not masculine at all. I never argue with a female if I'm not married to her. That's different. I'll never have that. Only time I did that, I was in my early 20s. I was ignorant. I was stupid for doing that. Now that I was stupid. That's the only thing I'll admit to that's stupid. Arguing with it. And I was dating this person, and I kind of regret it because I was high on medication when I was depressed at one time over my grandmother's death, recovering from that. And at the age of 23, I got that epiphany. I stopped taking that bullshit. I kicked that shit. But you got to understand, arguing with people on panels don't mean anything. Let me tell you something about fist fights. Fist fights is cool. I have no problems if it's a one-on-one. If we're in prison, that's cool. Okay. But quiet as kept, man's got a shank. He's not gonna take an ass whooping. He's gonna kill you. Never trust a man. I don't care if y'all niggas disagree, because y'all sound like bitch ass kids. Be a fucking man. Men kill people. Let's not lie here. People die every day. You can't stop a motherfucker with a bullet. And shouts out to the billionaire mindset, aka Aston Than. He said this. If a person want to kill you, he gonna get rid of you. Okay? So don't talk all this gorilla shit on panels and think y'all tough. You niggas is hoes, man. In real life, y'all can get touched and get your head knocked off. And the reason street niggas don't fuck with y'all niggas on these panels is because they know y'all fake. They don't take y'all serious, bro. Until you get touched, you're gonna get touched. You persuade them with money. I don't have to do that. It's a give and take thing. Some people don't have it like that. Sometimes I don't mind getting rid of them, but I don't co-sign what they do. I stay in my lane, they stay in theirs, because they the ones ain't shit. They said, damn, I don't want to be exactly. You got caught up on the bullshit system. That's how they got you by the balls. But don't listen. I try to tell them, don't listen to bitch ass niggas talk all that disrespectful shit and this fake shit, so-called master shit has been there for years. These niggas is lame. That's what killed it. Okay? They ain't really about what they say about. They ain't about no man shit. I was productive all them years when I used to work and left this shit. I'm just trying to see what y'all was on, but y'all was on some bullshit the whole time in 2020. That pandemic exposed y'all. But now I know what it is. I know not to get mad anymore because you niggas ain't gonna do shit. Y'all just talking. In person, you're gonna get your ass blown away and get knocked out or get your head blown away. Down here, you try to argue with a nigga and fight him, he's gonna blow your fucking brains out. I'm gonna tell you a story. People's best friends get killed over the smallest shit for less. And you think a nigga from down south is gonna fight you? No, he's gonna blow your brains out, bro. They kill people up north and out west coast all day, bro. You come in here talking that bullshit, your head will be missing. Okay, gay people die all the time in Midtown in Atlanta every day. They did this since 2010. When I first saw the violence in that place, and they was fighting over a dick, and I said this outside vlog stream, y'all don't remember? That happens all the time. See, y'all niggas don't know the state of Georgia is weird like that. Everybody's carrying hammers. You can't beef nobody here. I don't care where you from. You get your head knocked off. Period. Nobody. You can't play with that with everybody. You will get your head blown away. Period. I'm just warning y'all now. If y'all on that bullshit like anger man shit, you gonna get your head blown away. Period. Y'all the pussies from running your mouths and cussing women out, and she gonna tell her brother to blow your brains out. It's going to happen. That's why I said, young fellas, if y'all young, that's under, I say under 34, because I'm going 35 plus. If you're under 30 or right at 30, right? Never, and if you young people that's listening to me in the clouds or in the playback, never argue with a female. Why? It ended up bad. And then if you have a brother who wants to retaliate that person, he's gonna ruin his life and go to prison too, killing a guy that, disrespected the system. It happens all the time. It's a never ending saga. So my advice is don't engage in it. Because all you're doing is you're gonna be like these niggas on these panels, different. And see, they rating to get their heads knocked off. And it's going to happen. See, they're comfortable right now, but if shit shuts down, they're gonna be destroyed. That's why I always talk about wasteland culture. They ain't gonna make it. A lot of them gonna be destroyed before they get to where they are gonna get to. They're pathetic. You can't talk to niggas that are retarded, bro. They so stupid to the point they don't understand that a lot of this shit they be saying is bullshit. They ain't about that culture, man. I don't trust fake street niggas on the internet. I really don't, because they ain't really about it. Now I ain't saying I'm one. I almost went that route. I'm not gonna lie, I almost went that route. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. I was far from that. And it's just like I get tired of people talking on that gorilla shit. Like, dudes, y'all ain't gonna do shit. And trust me, I ain't gonna. I might. You don't know what I'm gonna do. I might do harm to you. You don't know me. I'm not like these niggas. I'll hurt you if you meet me in person. I'm not a nice guy in person. No way. I'm nice online, but I'm not nice in person. I told you. You try me, you're dead, bro. Cause y'all weird, man. Y'all on that weirdo shit. That's why I stopped fucking with half of you niggas. Cause y'all niggas is fake as hell. It's like $2 bills. I'm not tripping off of nothing like that. No. Y'all niggas ain't really about it like that. Cause if you was really about it like that, you would not have these problems. Especially when it comes to females, man. Like, I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can say the dumbest shit to me all day. Like, you think I care what another nigga think? I really don't. And I really don't. And I've just had to say this is an independent thing because most people don't think straight. When I saw that stream, I was disgusted with that nigga. What's his name? It wasn't Logic or anything. His name's Little Podcast. He nut riding for Anger Man. You a bitch, bro. He don't give a fuck about your bitch ass. You just a bitch ass nigga on the internet doing the same shit you doing, hating on women all day. You're a coward, bro. Like, ain't nobody gonna squab and break nobody's jaw, slap nobody. See, when you talking about slapping somebody, that get your head blown away. Down here, you will lose your life over nothing. So don't even think about it. I understand. I'm a man. I slap you. Yeah, you can do that until you get your brains blown out. Last thing he did that down here, he was in a casket. I seen a lot of dead niggas got killed for that shit. So don't even try it, man. Just stay in your lane and be quiet, bro. Like, y'all always want to nut ride Mal Manor fuck every day, aka Angerman, his bitch ass. You a pussy, bro. And he said what he said. He was really mad at y'all not defending him. That's what it is. And he hates his followers. He hates people that go against him. He's already been a fuck nigga, like since day one. I told y'all, if y'all follow that nigga, that's y'all's fault. The fault is on you. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, like, you niggas need to stop fucking with niggas like that. He will always gonna be that nigga that needs to be put down. And this is why the manosphere ain't shit. The modern day manosphere is a bunch of bitch ass niggas. They've always have been, always will be. They ain't changed. I told you I studied this shit years ago. I studied the so-called conscious community, how pathetic they are. It's the same shit. And how many times they don't give a fuck about y'all? Y'all gotta stop giving people your energy like that because they the type of niggas that will destroy you at the end of the day. They're not your friends in the end of the day because they ain't your real friends. And they cowards. They always talk bad about women all day long, and then you gotta understand these niggas ain't really about it like that. Cause they mess with the wrong person and it ain't got nothing to do with their neighborhood because most of them neighborhood niggas is soft. But ones that's not soft that you don't see, they dangerous. Like, trust me, I know about this shit. I've been in this state for years. I used to work with street niggas and they tell me all the time, now they'll kill you for over less. Y'all understand, don't underestimate people, man, because you don't know these niggas like that. They'll hurt you over some dumb shit. And niggas say the wrong shit on the panel. See, people watch the internet, bro. This is like TV to them. But if you're threatening somebody's family and try to dox on it, you getting your head blown away. Period. It's just like I hate when niggas get on the internet, and I've noticed this, and I observed this from World Class. He had a great stream yesterday, cooking that nigga, right? But these niggas need to stop trying to act like they tough, bro. Y'all not about that. Y'all a bunch of little girls hating on women all day. That's why I had a distasteful for you niggas because y'all not really about that. Y'all just talking shit. She need to do this and that. Who cares? We know she's fucked up, but we can't say because we can't do what women do. We gotta do what men do. We know how to get ourselves and be problem solvers. Why we gotta change women? You don't change them at all. Don't change a thing about them. Let them be who they are and let them figure out. And then once they come back with us, it ain't gonna be no table talk. We're gonna say, look, this is our ultimatum. You got yours. We got ours. But we're not gonna try to force them to change. That's what niggas need to get off. The thing about females, I just let them be. You can give them a conversation, but she want to argue, just walk away. Most men can't do that. They can't walk away from a fist fight, but they ain't gonna walk away from no gunfight. Now, fist fights, we already know that's children talk. Grown man ain't gonna be fighting nowhere. You can go to jail down here in the South. Did you know that you can't fist fight in the South? Nope, you can't because they look at it as childish. You don't want that on your record. But killing somebody off this shit. Like, I don't want to sound crazy, but I'm just saying it happens, man. Don't ever say that. I hate when niggas say they don't do that off that. That's bullshit. You don't know how niggas went up missing. It's a lot of niggas went missing off this internet shit. Trust me. Cops do it all the time. Criminals do it all the time. They online right now on YouTube being documented in documentary. No one cares, man. You can't hide no more. The internet exposes everybody. You can't fake the funk on here like you used to back in '07 and prior. I told you, I've been on YouTube for years. Street niggas got away a lot less and a lot away with back in the early 2000s and prior to YouTube. Yes, and they hit it under the sun in '07. But 2012 came around, that's when they cracked down. They cracked down on a lot of niggas because several reasons. They look at them as terrorists. Let me tell you something about terrorism. Terrorism was a big thing in 2001 when Bin Laden did his thing. They did the same thing with the internet for years. You think these niggas is gonna just shut up about it, about being anarchists? No. And ideologies and shit that I'm laying out to you on this channel, you gotta understand these dudes don't care, especially down here, because everybody's got different beliefs. But you're gonna find out violence will always win in the end of the day. Because if a person get his ass whooped, he's not gonna take that. Next time you see, he's gonna try to kill you. So be careful who y'all argue with and try to get in nose to nose with, because you don't know that nigga, man. That's why I try not to be the aggressor online, especially on panels. And I figured that out because once you're talking to that person, you don't know him like that, something bad's gonna happen to him. I don't need niggas to go after him. No, I do it myself. But if I do have the support like that, yeah, they go after him, whatever. But I'm not gonna be like that. No, I just mess with his head and then destroy him. That's what I do, and show him they ain't about that. It's a lot of niggas think they're about that, but they really not. They're scared to death, and they ain't really built like that. The wrong nigga that y'all get in the scuffle or so called argument, he's gonna fist fight you. They don't want to be around men all day. I learned that from 2021. I just did it just for content. We was talking about subject matter. But when y'all do it, y'all just want to argue with women on panels. I don't like seeing that. I don't like even doing that. And I think Kuda said that's no, it's not. That's not normal, especially if you're not married to her or related to her. And I don't even argue with my sister that much. I don't. It's stupid. And you gotta understand, arguing with a female is useless, bro. Like you do that, that makes you look soft, bro. And then if she has a brother or something, and if you're on the panel with this person, they gonna look at that and off your ass. See, where I'm from, they do that shit. They do that where I'm originally from. You can't do that shit. You get killed out there. Y'all act like this is normal. That's not normal, man. That will never be normal. It wasn't normal back then when I did it. But shouts out to the billionaire minds to say that, yeah, that happens everywhere. If y'all ask me anything about the South, niggas get dropped all the time, bro. Over the smallest shit. And you see those crimes when they get killed, that happens all the time. Y'all act like it don't happen. It does happen. Y'all can't act like this gorilla shit don't happen, but y'all act like y'all the toughest, but y'all not, man. That's why I hate niggas be telling these lies like there's gonna be a fist fight. Get the fuck out of here. Niggas kill each other over small shit. And y'all act like this is something. And it's not, bro. Once you get popped for real, for real. And this happens all the time. And people forget about that. People forget about that. And they don't listen. Y'all gotta listen to yourselves what y'all be saying half of the time. Half of the time, y'all be saying bullshit. I hate women this and I gotta go to another country and be a fallen bro. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't learning a damn thing. Y'all ain't learning a damn thing. Y'all just getting mad real quick when someone try to correct y'all. It's just crazy. See, I don't trip off of shit like that. I really don't. Because when you really think about it, it's not even that serious. Get what I'm saying? It's not even that serious. It's not even that serious to the point I want to attack these niggas. But I just don't feel like doing it because I feel like these niggas is worthless, man. We already know they worthless. We know they worthless since day one when they do these content, especially 2.0 days. Shouts out to Legendary Wacky World Old breaking it down, but them niggas, you never heard PUA talk until I would say somewhere around 2012 and on down. Prior to that, They was doing it on the street. But when they brought this shit on the internet, that's what killed it. The internet killed it. And Nate was right. Yes, PUAism killed what you would say if you was a player, a true player, and all this other stuff. And then some pimps, they were players too, but they didn't promote that shit. Weak niggas, fake pimps, and players, what you call tricks and simps today, they all one and the same. They beggars, right? Bitch ass nigga beggars, right? That's what killed traveling. And he's right. I agree with him. That's what killed traveling. Any niggas say it didn't kill traveling, you crazy. They killed traveling, all forms of traveling. You got to go to real countries. Don't go to countries that are overrated and it's been saturated with bullshit. And Nate's right. And he's upset with that. He said, ain't nothing the same. It ain't because niggas fucked up everything. And that's why people don't want nothing or have. There you are. See, when you listen to malmannerness, aka the Enigma, so-called Enigma, Angry Man, or my man Wacky said, Angry Ho, he is a hoe. He's a darling. Or should I call him Hangry Man? I used to call him Hangry Man. And Jim said, I call him Hungry Man. No, I said Hangry Man first. You stole that from me, nigga. But anyways, it is what it is, man. Like, a lot of people just can't stand oh boy, man. I never really cared for him. It's just what it was. But he always had an issue with me. So that's just what it was. He'll try to say something that, nah, nigga, you had an issue with me when I had certain individuals on my shit 2 years ago and got jealous. Nobody was fucking with him, but he wanted still to shine him and Coup Damp and all them other niggas. They got mad because we cooked they bitch asses 2 years ago. But that's the past. You know, we're in 2023 now. I ain't worried about them niggas. I'm doing better content than ever. It's just it's gonna take time for growth, but the nigga content is still ruling YouTube. YouTube is so hypocritical. They pick and choose who they want. They don't like guys like my channel. I ain't trying to be famous on this shit. I just say what the fuck I say and then get the fuck up out of here. I'm not gonna do much content at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing much content at all. But live stream less, yes. I'm not gonna do a whole lot, but I will do one live stream just one day. You'll hear me that day and that day only. And then recordings, I'm gonna do a different microphone and that's it. But if I want to live stream on different days and do it every day, that's gonna be on another website. And I want to see something that's viable. Now Rumble, it's okay, but if they change a few things, yeah, I may make the jump. I'll make the jump and broadcast that shit. But that's the old setup, you know what I mean? But that's how I look at it. Yeah, I saw his stream the other day. Like, shouts to them, and I shared it. I said, "You got these bitch ass niggas want to defend Angry Man. Like, dude, they don't want to criticize the man because he's a hoe. Like, if I was, oh boy, I'd have dropped that nigga, man. Like, you suck that man dick. But that's just what it was. And they act like they love the man, but y'all don't love Angry Man. He don't love y'all ass. He said that to me. He'd have got his head knocked off. That's true. You know, I don't support bitch ass niggas like him. Anybody support him is something wrong with you psychologically. I understand if you like his content, that's cool, but supporting him that hard and think he's right all the time, that is very narcissistic of you dudes like that. This dude don't give a fuck about nobody but himself, and he's always been that way. Y'all gotta understand, niggas like that don't live long, man. He's a clown, and once y'all realize that, you get away from these niggas, you'll understand that the internet ain't shit, man. It never was the shit. You can't just act like the man is all that, but he's not, bro. That's why BGS destroyed him in the debate when he was defending Trump. He was mad at me about that shit probably 3 years ago because I supported 3 syllables and everybody else. But see, at that time, I didn't care for 3 syllables. I was just using him for recognition, try to get back doing content. And you got to understand that this stuff happens all the time. You know, people do it all the time, man. And y'all act like this is it's a thing. This motherfucker right here won't stop. Yeah, but it's just like you deal with the shit. You don't get upset about it. It's gone wacky Sloan. But it's just like when you look at that stream, and I saw it yesterday, he did it for like what 8 hours and talk about dude and just cooking him. That nigga is just a clown, bro. Like one thing I could say about characters like that, it's just sad that most people would look at this man and just like, why is he acting crazy? He gets so emotional like that. You know what I mean? But that's how I look at him. And I think I've been on the panel with him like how many times over at Kudos? I think it's about 7 times. And I just want to study this nigga. I was over there with, of course, oh boy. I always give him that nickname, MLT and them guys. I knew he was watching the clouds when we was on panels over there with him. Uh that was 3 years ago. Then 2021, when I went to Kudos shit, see what he was about. I didn't care for that shit debate with him and Fan. I didn't care. That mic shit, that audio argument, you know how old that is, USB versus XLR argument? That goes back to 2015-ish type arguments, right? Fantastic did the stupidest argument debate of all time. He wasn't going to win that because quiet as kept, people use XLRs back in the day in cheaper interfaces, right? But the USB was good too. It was convenient. The good thing about USB microphones, you don't have to do much. But quiet as kept, that's how my channel blew 2 years ago. Because of that. A certain microphone, certain sound, certain streams. It was fresh when everybody was in house. 2 years later, I'll say, yeah, 2 years later, it's different. But I'm still getting views regardless. It don't matter. But the algorithm ruins everything. Or should I say CIA algorithm, of course. But you gotta understand something. That argument is dead, man. White folks that debated that, so-called white people debated that, the Meadamites, they was hounding people using USB mics. People still going to use them. Let me tell you something. If y'all use a USB mic, you're fine. If you use headphones, that's your thing. I'm not into headphones because I hate when people say echo. I had a bad experience when I was on live streams. I was on a cell phone. And I learned my lesson. Use a computer. The computer is better than a cell phone. As long as you have a computer and you're on live streams and you have a headset and you just listen. I used to do that. But when I start getting microphones, I actually want to do content and then be on panels and then just speaking on the mic, that's a good thing. And when I got that USB mic, that quadcast, man, I said that thing really helped me a lot. Now I should have had one years ago, and they was talking about those Yetis and stuff. I didn't really care for that years ago because I could have when I did those historical streams and read and learned distance and all that. But once I got into this interface I got right here and this mic right here, I was just holding it and I had to put it on the stand because I was doing something, I'm multitasking. I said, what did Nate say? We're on mics now. Yeah, we're on mics now. You're competing against big YouTubers with bigger microphones. I got the cheapest mic right here, right now. It ain't even $400. This cost me like 184, but it costs like in the 170s in tax. But it costs 169, but it's in the 170. I paid like $184 for that. I'll never forget it. I think I got this last year. It's a handheld on the stand, but ain't nothing special. It's a popular mic couple of years back, but they don't really care what mic I'm using. As long as I'm speaking in it, doing my content, that's cool. No matter what you use, you can use anything on YouTube. YouTube, you can use a cell phone with some headphones. Like I be outside, I do things simple. I didn't have to go with the trend with what did Kudo always say, that damn overrated 7B. Most people do not like that microphone. Did y'all know that? Most people don't like that microphone. It was ruined just like the Yeti. I don't care what nobody say. When that shit was ruined, it was ball game. It was ball game. And I was looking at old videos and why people complain about it. I know why. There's no interface that can tune that thing up. And here's a secret about that mic too. You gotta have a quality interface to speak into that or a mixer. Now they got this Rodecaster Pro, what it two in Australia called Rode. Yeah, you can tune that mic up anytime. What's they got one with the audio? What's it? The Audient interface. There's a bunch of interfaces you can tune it up. The SSLs can tune that mic up. Yeah, you need those type of interfaces. You don't get the cheap ones like I got the Behringer with this handheld, and it's solid. But on the playback, when I listen to my live streams with the microphones instead of the USB mics, it's good quality, but it's just I don't have that support base, and that's okay. But you got some people that got a bigger support base. They use the same mics that people advertise, and there's some cheaper ones. And I was looking at myself. I'm gonna keep the mics that I got, and I didn't go follow trends like everybody else. I don't believe in trends. They say, "Oh, get a 7B mic," and be like, "Girl, like Rivia, she look good in that mic. You know, she don't really need it. She needs a brighter mic, the way she be sounding. But she's got some good content. But she's got the typical overrated mic, just like what Kevin did. Y'all's God. And certain individuals say, I helped him to get that mic. That's bullshit. Kevin will listen to your ass and he didn't like your content. He gonna treat you like Donovan Sharp, like my man Duke the Don said. he gonna treat you like Donovan. And Donovan cried like a little bitch. And he's just like, man, Kevin don't want my content no more. He don't want my content no more. And that's pretty much, you know, when I saw that stream, and he was right. Duke was right. Dude thought Kevin loved him. Turned out Kevin don't fuck with you. He don't fuck with none of them niggas. He left that black, so-called black manosphere. He want to be mainstream manosphere with somebody, even though he's gay. A lot of people think he died and had sex with a BBW. I really don't believe that. I believe he died with those energy drinks mixed with the sexual pills. And that's what Ass Nathaniel slash, he's known as a billionaire mindset. He said that he got that from Peso Man. But don't quote both of us, me or him. We got that information from him and certain individuals that did the autopsy that could be factual. Now, it's alleged. I'm going to say it's alleged, but I really believe the way he talked about himself, he went out of here. He didn't practice what he preached. But don't be surprised if that comes out in a documentary by his family. And then they're going to talk about men should not take those pills. They're dangerous. Mix it with energy drink. They're gonna say all types of shit about us, man. We already been scrutinized before the passport bros shit. I call them fallen bros because they looking for pussy. Now, majority of them are looking for pussy. Let's just keep it real. But the ones they say they from marriage, that's you. Okay. If y'all listen to this in the playback, you so-called fallen bros, passport, if y'all looking for marriage, that's good. But how many statistically y'all are going for marriage? None. Because most countries don't play that. You know Dennis Sperling, right? He's got a kid in Jamaica and don't even take care of it. He's trying to be the same people he criticized from the street, right? That have kids out of wedlock. They doing the same shit overseas. They've been doing that since before you and I was even born, in my dad's generation. Why you think those niggas had kids in Vietnam? That's because they ain't taking care of them. They wasn't marrying them bitches. That's their harem. They didn't give a fuck about them whores. That's what BGS talking about. What did he talk about in his generation? Talking about pussy. That's why his generation is garbage. Mine's garbage because we think the same damn way and we teaching our kids the same bullshit. And they look at us and say, what you niggas teaching us? You teaching us to destroy ourselves. But in scriptures, like y'all said, like I said, he gonna give you fornication. Hezekiah said that years ago in scripts and debating these Edomites. He told me we ain't getting right until we get right. It's that simple. Don't argue with women on any content or any form on the internet. Don't do it. When I was dating this girl years ago, I learned that lesson. Leads you to some dangerous shit. People can touch and get your head blown away. It happens all the time, man. The internet is dangerous. And if you make it dangerous, people gonna find out and off you, man. They ain't trying to fist fight. That still do the talking. You niggas can't talk all this grill shit. It's like, let's fist fight. That's cool. Yeah, you can get a boxing match. This y'all think this is entertainment. No, nigga, you gonna get your head blown. Cause certain niggas ain't going for that fist fight. I try to tell you, I said this early in the stream. Somebody's gonna get their head knocked off. And you heard what George Macon said. Shouts out to him for saying it. It can happen. If you're in places where I'm from originally, and you know, Tennessee, they don't play that bullshit. They fist fight years ago when they was children. Adults got guns, bro. They got missiles. They got everything. The South got everything. Don't play with us like that. We don't respect y'all up there like that. You got certain people up north don't respect us like that, but they always get dealt with when they go to California. Look what happened to Pop Smoke. I mean, most people say rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace to him, but he was doing some fuck shit. And he flashed and they popped his ass and they were gonna rob him. Niggas rob you down here way faster here. They rob their best friends over some small shit. Cause niggas kill each other. They hate each other. Our people hate each other and they want to be niggas all their whole life. And that's the whole purpose. What they want. And America designed that in their heads. This is the reason why a lot of them will never make it. They're meant to be killed off. You know what I'm saying? Stop saving them. Now, enabling women that Nate said, I agree with him on. Yes, they enable. You know how many women that follow Kevin Samuels? It was 40%. And he was right. And I watched the replay of his stream. And he said it doubled now when he died. You know why? They care. They care about what y'all call Pookies and Ray Rays. I don't even use that term. You know, I call them low rent males. If you females, you ladies, you care about them, you're the problem. That's why a lot of them say what they say, especially the 2-point host. You know why they say what they say? Enabling females co-sign what they're saying. Don't be surprised they follow BGS. You know, the so-called, most people call him disaster. I call him the so-called grand master. He ain't no master. That nigga ain't shit. He's a fraud. And the people that enabling them is mostly females. They love the drama. And I said this before, I said this again, and I'm glad the Billionaire Mindset seeing it. I know he's saying, we're saying it's a shame. They love it. That's why I don't try to build them up. I mean, shouts out to Nate. He's doing his thing, but Nate, it's a daunting task. They ain't going to listen, bro. You only get a handful that's going to do right and then stop dealing with guys that don't want you. That's cool. Same with us. We tell them the same thing with the females, but they ain't going to listen. But they going to keep doing it because they're fucked up in life. It is what it is. I get tired of those gender conversations because it don't go nowhere because nobody wins in the day because the 1.0 did it right, and these dudes, they ruined it. They just create more enablers. That's why Kevin was so successful. He didn't care about no fucking men. No, because if he was doing men kind of like me, he wasn't gonna get no views. If you talk about that black woman, it makes millions and millions of dollars. You're doing something. Kevin figured it out. Stop fucking with these niggas and try to build a woman. He tried to say he wasn't trying to build a woman. No, he was breaking her down, talk shit to her. They like that shit, right? But he was trying to give them advice and build on it. You know what I mean? That's why they follow him. It's a lot of reasons why they follow. They follow him to get abused, right? Take it. And next thing you know, he tries to build them up and try to have families. It didn't work like that. He didn't care about that. He was there for the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's like that everywhere. But I'm using that as example. Like most people from up north that I've met, not from New York, but other parts of up north. I try to tell them you can't. And this is Puerto Rican guy. He was talking shit to us like we from where he's from. All black people ain't the same. I'm using that as a reference. What he said, and shouts to Wacky for saying that. Yes, what I mean by that is you got these people from other cultures and niggas that's from other places. Like they ain't from where y'all from, but if they from places like Jersey, I try to tell them you can't play with people like that where y'all from because everybody's so territorial. And I'm glad you said this. Nate said this too. A nigga is so territorial to the point, you know, even though he's bringing, he love his woman, right? That's three things. You don't play with his woman, his money, and wherever his power, whatever, right? He said those three things. And I figured out what he meant by that. And I remember, I tell y'all, I did this by accident with my ex. I shouldn't have argued with her years ago because I was on medication. I was out of my mind in my early 20s, right? And I use that example because it can happen to anybody. That's everywhere. I agree with that. But it's usually when you hear these rappers from those areas, and there's some tough dudes up there. Don't get me wrong, in the penitentiaries or in the street, but it ain't that many. Because I've noticed these younger and older of my age and above always want to start arguments with older guys from my ilk down here. They don't play like that. And I know there's some people up north the same way in Brooklyn and in Queens. I got family in Queens too on my dad's side. They don't play that shit. But the rest of up north, they have to understand you can't bully niggas down here. We can't bully y'all, you know, because niggas is territorial, period. No matter where they are. In the Caribbean, wherever. But see, you got these weak niggas of every sex of the region. I'm breaking this down. These young men got on time. I try to tell them, if y'all listen to this, never argue with a female because you don't know what that nigga's intentions are. He's about that gunplay. See, this is wasteland culture. This shit can collapse one day and people act like raiders. You don't know who's who. See, when you get on panels and start being disrespectful and reckless, I saw that from what's his name from World Class when they was talking about Angry Man and he was trying to be disrespectful. He said, F y'all. Okay. But see, Angry Man will be dealt with anytime. Anybody can touch him. He's done. Where he's at, he messed with the wrong nigga in North Carolina. He's going down. And most New York niggas don't claim Angry Man. Let's just keep real. Most New York people, brothers and sisters up there, and then niggas, they don't claim Angry Man. They don't. And that's sad, but that's what he get. Don't claim a state, especially down here. Don't do it, man, because niggas is weird like that. I studied that when I first came down here. I know niggas is about it, but there's some crazy ones that's super quiet. You don't want to step on these shoes. They get active, especially where I'm from too, because we're not like that. See, don't listen to the TV. Go there yourself and see, and then have that conversation. But don't try to be aggressive. Don't try to be crazy. Don't bring that territorial shit because they're territorial. Tennessee is super territorial. That goes for every race, no matter if you're black or white. Just like any other state, right? Don't do that to a man. A man will hurt you. He'll kill you. Hell, a psychologist told me that. Men kill. They don't fight no more. Once they put that gun down, it is ball game. It is ball game. It's just like, why does people get so tough online? And I'll tell you why. They get so tough online, they get paranoid. So I don't get it, man. I don't get this persona by this 2 point host. They think, so I'm gay. I'm do that. Nigga, you can get in touch. Just because you hide behind the screen. See, I don't hide behind the screen. Y'all can see my face. Y'all can find me, whatever. But niggas ain't gonna do nothing unless they really serious. I ain't trying to do that. Not online. Like if we meet in person, it is on. This is what it is. You said some disrespectful stuff. I'll take heed to it. But next time it ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because things can go left. But you got a lot of niggas talk reckless, man. But that's the whole point of. I see why the internet's like TV. They think this is TV. No, you mess with the wrong. But people don't play like that. You get hurt down here a lot often. He said, "Angry Hoes from. He isn't from New York, but he is from Virginia. So I don't care what he's trying to claim that state that isn't his is from. Exactly, exactly. I've been saying that for like. What was it? Did I say this too? I said this probably I probably said it last year on different panels, earlier 22, and then 2 years ago. I said that, and I said, yeah, he ain't from there. He always want to claim that, but I get why World Class broke him down. A Baltimore nigga, shouts out to him. Him and a few others said that. Angry Man, or I mean, excuse me, Angry Ho, or Enigma. I call him so-called Enigma. He ain't shit. Mr. Angry Shit. This dude, you got bodied by Blue Destiny based off the hierarchy argument, the high value argument, right? They try to use that 1% argument. That's what Blue Destiny was talking about. Even though he's a weirdo too, he can't debate worth a lick either. But he exposed Angry Man about that shit. He said that's not realistic to most men. You got a so-called white person say that into a nigga like that. See, and man, it's just go back to the screenshot. Let's go back to the screenshots, please. Let's go back to the screenshots. This is ridiculous, man. Like the screenshots just says it all. You can't tell me they're gonna overtalk you regardless over at Lapeef. So they can get a rouse out you. And I want to say that to do on the panel because I know he was talking for hours and he let people on. It was an 8 hour stream. I didn't realize it was 8 hours, but I could have went up there and talked to what's his name, Miguel. What's his name? Miguel World Class. Yeah, I could have told them all about that. That's just a tactic they try and get you riled up. Don't let them niggas get the best of you, man. Because them niggas, what they trying to do, what they trying to do is they try to punk you on here, but it don't work. But when they get dealt with for real, they ain't about it. They don't talk. See, let me tell you something about Minister Jap. When he got knocked out, right? We call him Minister Nap over here. This dude got what he deserved. He was talking to shit, talking about women and everything else. I understand we can critique him or whatever. That's cool. I ain't got no problem, but arguing with him, it's just a no-go. They're gonna have their problems. And let them storm off the panel. You know, I let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jason Shitlock is gonna tear their ass up a new asshole. He don't care about these niggas like that. He is gonna run them down the railroad. If Fox is watching you niggas, man, y'all done. I don't see y'all being successful. Cause see, they tried to do that with Kevin. Didn't work that way. Kevin took himself out. He wasn't ready. I mean, he was ready, but he wasn't ready for the big shit, because he got caught up. It's too much. The message was good, but it wasn't a real message. It was this PUA shit they was spewing. But let me find this comment. Yeah, they gonna overtalk you. That's Anton and them. They clowns in real life. They're not gonna do nothing to a real street dude like that because they'll blast him. That goes anywhere y'all from, no matter if you're up north or south. But niggas on the East Coast will let you know. Look, we don't like to be played with, especially in the mid. They don't like to be played with. See, Angerman think he can play and bullet. You can't do that shit, man. One of these days, he's either gonna learn, stop fucking with people. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He said, "Talk news season, many others. If the Angerman talks disrupts you, disrupts you, then don't go to Anton's Fight Club." See, he mentioned Fight Club. See, Dark Wayne knows what he's talking about. And where they talk over you 11. That's the whole point. They ain't even fight. Why they call it Fight Club? That's lame as hell. Why y'all call something that y'all ain't gonna do shit to each other? Because in person, y'all bitches, y'all not gonna throw no hands. It's like wrestling, man. But in person, you mess with the wrong person. He's got that steel in your face. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit. He gonna rob you. He said, "Where's my money, nigga?" He's like, "I ain't got it." Like, no, he gonna blast you. I seen that happen all the time, especially in Georgia. You get robbed down here, you hand them that shit. Most people hand the shit. Common sense. If you try to tussle, you die. It's that simple. If you tussle, you die. Okay? I don't care who you are. That's anywhere. Okay? Anybody, America is dangerous, period. Just don't piss people off, man. I understand people have freedom of speech and everything, protect yourself all the time. In the South, y'all assume that we saw because we got guns and it's legal. No. They got hands. They do it all the time. They just don't brag a lot. Let me tell you something. The South is very, very dangerous too. Y'all think New York is dangerous and everybody else is dangerous. Shoot, the South is dangerous. Baltimore is dangerous. I mean, is there some safe spot in Georgia? Yes, there's safe spot anywhere. Just don't run your mouth and disrespect people. I give you an example. What's going on? What's going on, Leonard? What's going on, Degenerate? Don't be reckless. You got to treat this internet like you're in a public park. I think what's the name? Review take you. The white boy said that so-called, white boy, whatever, Esau, whatever, right? He said this years ago when I wasn't really doing content. I was like out of bounds. He said this years ago when I was like before I was getting into the workplace and finding the jobs and shit, trying to restructure my life, right? He said you got to treat this internet like it's a public park. I give you examples. Centennial Olympic Park in Georgia, right? A lot of people say, "Is there violence down there, sir?" Not much. No, cops patrol that area. It's kind of like Times Square in New York, and where the CNN is, right? Where the news building is, the main CNN building right there, right? All around downtown Atlanta, right? You get robbed and panhandled, yes. They steal your car, yes. But you do not disrespect people. You do not. They will throw them hands. Yeah, y'all get some charges, and some may stab you or shoot you from different hoods. The hoods are dangerous, but they're not as dangerous as you think. Just don't start that. Just let them be who they are. Let them walk past. Let them get on their bus, their MARTA bus. Just let them be. That's like anywhere else. And then niggas want to argue on a panel, and they probably be in those arguing if they live here. I tell them, nigga, y'all need to stop because they know where you at. All they do is hit you one punch is over, or pistol whip your ass and rob you because you got criminals running around. I told my dad, just don't say nothing disrespectful. I say, I know how to talk to these niggas. I used to work with them. They tell me all them stories all the time, man. It happens all the time. It's just a city. I used to live in the city for decades before I lived outside the city, and I can tell you what's really going on. It ain't the same, man. That pandemic exposed a lot of people, and a lot of people don't want to get taken. See, people scrounging for dollars right now. You think people is going to come in here and what's going on, Tampa, and try to play nice and fist fight and like, hey, let's go have a boxing match. We're kids. Hey, no, nigga, you getting whooped. You may get robbed, pistol whipped, and shot. That's anywhere, but here is notorious like that. They don't just carjack, they do all that shit. You know how many people die from trees in Atlanta? It's probably a large number than killing. Cops can shoot you if you act like a fool, no matter what color. The cops shoot you, they shoot to kill down here. You try them, it's over. They got the GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, similar to the feds, and they call them too to see how they be all on you. You do some crime here, you're done. You can't do nothing. Everybody's strapped up. So you got to be careful. As a criminal, it's hard in the South than it is up north. Or north, you can get away, but here's the thing: up north, they can still catch you too. You can still do some time, some years. I don't know how the laws work where y'all from. They do it in time. Down here, let me tell you something about the South. When you get caught, you get caught. He ain't supposed to snitch on me. No, this ain't no such thing as snitching down here. No, you just get caught. Cameras, license plates by the traffic. If you try to fight the cop, you're done. They shoot you. Look what they happened to Tyree Nichols. Now, it was foul what he did. We don't know what really happened, but he got executed. But it's corruption in the South. Be careful. Don't try it. They're armed. The civilians are armed. They don't care. That's why you gotta move different and quit trying to, and that criminal shit, don't do it, man. Leave that criminal shit alone. Just you're not gonna win. It's a racket. Let them be it. Do what you do. Let them hoes do their thing and don't mess with them hoes. Just stay away from them. Period. Because this is point. Travel for pussy is a no go. I'm sorry if y'all support that passport shit. I try to tell you, and that Austin shouldn't be a leader. No way. He's too young. He's ignorant, not knowing what's going on. Them people are trying to fuck with him, but he got what he got. Like you gotta understand, Brazil's corrupt. He could have died out there. If I was Austin, I would have just not go to some real countries. But he ain't gonna do that because he was taught by these niggas. And there it is. What a waste of youth. I tell him, if you want to travel, go to something interesting that no one has never been and just show some pictures and that's it. And culture. Don't go there for the vagina. Them whores overseas don't care. All they care about is you acting like a lick. And once they do that to you, no matter if you're pimping or tricking or whatever you're doing, it's all bad. Especially black men. So-called black men, you're doing it bad. You niggas doing it bad. And then when they say he called them bozos, they fucked it up. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because it's going to get to a point, they already try to stop us from doing shit. Women ain't really stop. It's the white man doing it. See, the women's a cover. You know what women do? Women loves to enable these arguments. They want to see men kill each other. That's their whole purpose. And I figured this out too, but here's the thing. I don't get mad at that. I don't talk about them on this channel because I ain't trying to give them no love, especially Sin G. She ain't going for that shit. You gotta understand, people are emotional from that pandemic. They trying to get their feelings out and trying to say, man, I was locked down for almost 2 years and they panicking. But you gotta understand, this shit is wild, man. I told you, wasteland culture is here. Y'all can't expect niggas to change and stop trying to do shit, right? So it's basically it, you know? I'm gonna put this back on the stand, but yeah, man, it's just like you can't expect niggas to be crazy around no more. So the more you talk about bad shit, it's crazy. Now I understand people don't like the fact that I'm speaking on urban shit, street shit, and then if you live in a suburban life, a normal civilian, they get on fine. They handle if people get robbed, they handle the stuff, and they get reported, and cops deal with them. It's normal, right? People do get arrested down here, and they get shot if they try to go against the police. Period. Niggas don't be tolerated down here. They shoot to kill down here. No matter what color you are, they shoot to kill down here. Just don't argue with people. Just don't get in a scuffle with nobody, especially up north. Don't do it up north either, because they'll hurt you too. No matter what part of north. I don't care if you're New York or whatever. But I hear these stories from you guys that's on panels. If I was them niggas, if you from those areas, stop talking about niggas if y'all don't like. That nigga might have a pistol. He may have something to offer you. And if he doesn't do this internet shit, he know you on the internet. He's listening, not sign in to YouTube. There's some niggas that got robbed like that. That's happened before years ago. So don't get me started. Minister Jap got popped. Look what happened to Tommy. He ran his mouth. They seen his face. That's why Tommy don't go in the street no more. That's why Minister Jap don't go in the street no more. The Enigma, so-called angry man or angry shit, like Wacky say, he called him angry. He's a hoe. Think he can drive around in his little live stream. I seen him and I Skywatch is just a trolling, right? And they think he's so tough. Somebody in North Carolina will knock his shit loose and tell him, look, you said something about the city of North Carolina. You talking about my woman. You was arguing with it. And then next thing you know, he get dealt with. He's like, I ain't gonna get dealt with. Shit. You know what I mean? Niggas will knock your head off and you're a YouTuber? Stop it. Niggas, stop it. Please. That's stripes for a street dude. Street niggas, man. Excuse me. But that's just what it is. Like, I never act that greasy. Now, that's why I argue with niggas. I don't know y'all like that. No. In person, what's that bullshit you say you gonna do harm on me? Huh? See, we take offense to that. Like, in the South, we let you live if you talk shit online. We ignore that. But threaten somebody online is crazy. You will get dealt with. We ain't gonna scream and yell. That's all right. And if you want to do this off air, we'll say pick a historical landmark. Niggas don't want to hear that. They get dealt with down here. See, y'all act like they don't. And I hate what that nigga, what's his name? Little podcast on that panel. He is so dumb. No grown man is gonna fist fight another grown man. No, they gonna kill each other. They gonna get those instruments, killing instruments, those tools, which y'all call toolies, whatever. That's what they're gonna do. Even your boy World Class said that. He from Baltimore. Y'all know this. Beef is about killing. Beef is not about fist fights. No, you die. You whoop someone's ass, he gonna come around and blast you. That's why I grew up. I grew up in the generation niggas get killed for less, for small shit. In the 90s, it was bad, yes. Fist fight, people die from a fist fight and a bullet or a blade, right? Grown men was doing that in their generation when they were that young. Now they older, they forgot about it, they get dealt with. It's just what it is, man. Y'all don't want that headache. Especially niggas on the internet. Like, see, niggas should never came to the internet, just talk shit on panels and threaten people and dox people. You can't do that shit because eventually someone's gonna knock your head off. They're gonna knock your head off for a reason because number one, you could talk about what's that debate they talked about? LeBron and Jordan. That debate is so overrated. No one cares. I mean, much as I like Michael Jordan, I know he likes Kareem. Shouts out to World Class for being honest. He loved Kareem, and I don't blame him. That's a fair argument. I agree with him. Like, Kareem was a great free throw shooter. But the reason why Kareem wasn't respected, he was a Muslim. He ought to know that. I would have told him, you ought to know that. Come on, man. Listen to his name before he called himself Kareem. Think about it. And he was the most prolific scorer of all time, almost 40 years, and LeBron's going to break it. I said, ain't nobody going to break LeBron's record. That's a lie. The way the game's changed, that's a lie. They can shoot three-pointer, hook shots like Kareem. Kareem showed him do your own hook shot. Have a great free throw shooter. The secret to get those points is free throw shooting, inside scoring, and a combination of other things. Mid-range jump, that's it. But three-pointers is when Kareem knew there was a three-point line back in his day, you can do that. You can do that. And it was necessary to do that. Why it was necessary? Because number one, you could do what the fuck you're going to do. Don't underestimate people. That's all I'm saying. Like, they gonna score those points, they're gonna score those points. Just like killing. I just summed that up for y'all that don't underestimate people. And those arguments like that in sports, it gets heated in the barbershop, but we don't get to the point to pick up the tools and act crazy. I know the barbershop got guns underneath that shit when shit goes about to pop up, but we ain't gonna mention no names because I know a few barbershops is like that. If it's niggerized, right? But they niggas. But that's what I'm saying. But you niggas that talk all that gorilla shit and be on Fight Club with broke ass Anton Boo Boo and all them other niggas claiming they got Zip clowned his ass. He's from New York and he told him, look, I made him get up and show me his Rolex. And he said that nigga broke. And I said, damn, they destroyed Anton, bro. Destroy these poor so-called millionaires, man. But and then they have panels with angry shit. Well, you can, and I forget what he said. And shouts out to World Class again, playing that clip. He told him, he said, "F y'all." He wasn't bothered. Nobody, I agree with him, and he wasn't starting nothing. He just want to be disrespectful. But that's angry shit. aka Angry Ho or Enigma, so-called Enigma, a clown. This thing, he think he better than everybody. He said, well, I needed all the floor. I need the permission to speak. I'm better than you. I got more money than you and shit. Nigga, don't ever do that in person to a street nigga, especially people that's a regular person with a gun. They'll blow your fucking head off, especially down here. That's disrespectful. Don't do that. And they gonna run up on you and try to rob you. He said, what's that shit you talk? You got all this money. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. And then the gun in your face. That happens all the time down here. And they got dealt with. You better cough up that cash or get your head blown away. And this happens all the time down here. Trust me. Niggas do some weird shit down here. They try to say, don't do it. Yes, they do. Look what they did to King Vol. They blew his fucking head off and he got what he deserved. Talking that street shit, acting gorilla online. Niggas was jealous. Think about it. They're territorial and we're materialistic. So we're into idolatry. Okay. Our people's fucked up. They're programmed to kill like that. Some people leave you jewelry and just kill you out of disrespect and they don't care nothing about you. Just make a statement. And then y'all gotta understand, stop trying to y'all think y'all gangsters. Y'all not. You're losers. Y'all boo-boos. Y'all talk shit about females 24/7. I understand y'all try to critique, but y'all can't critique them. They laughing at you. Them hoes ain't studying you. Y'all want prostitutes. Is that where we at now? Y'all want prostitutes? Nate been saying y'all want prostitutes. Yeah, then I'm seeing it. It's embarrassing. Outside these spaces, man. But you niggas gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop buying pussy overseas. I understand if y'all like to do that, it's cool, but don't promote it online, especially on YouTube. Even if you show them, it's still no good. I ain't trying to show off my woman like that. Like, what's the point? You got niggas die over that. They territorial about that. I try to tell you, the black man is territorial, and I agree with that. Yes, they've always been territorial. I learned that lesson in my 20s. I told y'all, any y'all man listen to this, don't do it. It will ruin your life, and next thing you know, you get caught up in prison. If you survive the bullet wounds or whatever, getting shot, disrespect sister, whatever, you gonna get dealt with in prison too. You just ain't gonna do that. Unless if you're married, that's different. He ain't gonna step in. But if you're not married to her, you're a straight, don't do it. It'll end up ugly. It happens all the damn time. Just let them be. Don't even entertain that shit. Just walk away. And like you niggas say, run. Don't do that. I was hard headed back then when in my early 20s. I had to learn. I had to drop my head a few times. I was still green about people, especially women. So you have to understand. I don't talk about women and shit and relationships. It gets boring after a while because nobody's not gonna listen to that shit all the time. All the time. Y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all gotta stop that, man. This shit is it's some weirdo shit, man. It's what it is. Yeah, thank y'all for the time. This is Independent Thinking Series. You know, I go off on a tangent every now and then because I ain't had streams like this in a minute. This is the 23rd edition, St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Massacre. We massacring the words today. I had to give y'all this real. You know, the street shit, man, is unacceptable, man. You got to be embracing, have your own mind, man. This street shit, just leave that street shit alone. Just let them niggas have it, man. Like, what I've learned is let them niggas be bitches, man. That's what they act like, especially on panels and shit. Then they travel and hate on. If you want to get away from the black one, stop talking about it. After you overseas, just stop doing content, period, and just do you. But they ain't charismatic. They ain't creative. Why? Because women's on their brain, pussy's on their brain. They ain't thinking about building. That's why they weak. They're insufferable. That's why we got to stop losing, talking shit, and stop being on fixed news all the time, known as Fox News. Stay away from that shit. It's killing y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's killing y'all. But y'all got to stop doing what y'all doing. Am I right, though? So, yeah. Shouts out to everybody. Y'all support the legendary Wacky World of O. Y'all shouts out to Degenerate Tampa. Y'all support him too. He got some good stuff. And shouts out to Alonzo. Y'all support him as well. He talks about life insurance, and that's why life insurance is what it is. That's why people get killed all the time. And shouts out to Leonard. Shouts out to him, as always, loyal, as always. But salute to everybody. Yeah, this is a segment. I told you I went over 15-minute mark. I had to get that tangent out. Make it St. Valentine's Day Massacre. But you got to understand, stop talking about that bullshit online because you get dealt with in real life. Realistically, too, because niggas is watching. Because if you beefing with somebody in your past and they see you acting all tough and he ain't tough, he going to air you out. That's why trolling exists. That's why soft trolling is beautiful. I'm going to say that. Soft trolling is beautiful. Don't play with it, but respect everybody's culture. Okay? So signing off. Shalom in everybody. It means peace in the Hebrew. All right. Until next time, I will see y'all in Thursday Thrills this week. And I'm out.